Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. I'm Dylan Tyre with you ahead of the first matchup of the season between the Blue Jackets and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Blue Jackets are looking to get back into the win column tonight. They're coming off back-to-back hard-fought losses, first against the Montreal Canadiens Wednesday night, then they lost 3-2 to the New York Islanders on Friday. A lot of positives from the Blue Jackets games this past week, though, and for more on that, we'll throw it over to Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, the Blue Jackets get set to close out a homestand here tonight. And, Jody, there are some very positive things going on in the game for the Blue Jackets. Even though they didn't win the last couple of games, you look at the game against the Islanders the other night. They were down by 2, had to come back, and they did it with the power play. And this is a power play that started the season very badly. But over the course of the last 10 games has been red hot.
You know, some positives. I like that, Bob, because, you know, it has been a tough start for the Blue Jackets here. And, yes, they're finding their team game. And it's those interactions, those moments within the game. The penalty kill, it's such a critical part not to give the opposition momentum and try to get momentum yourself. The power play, of course, we know that can swing things for the Blue Jackets. A team that needs those goals is having a tough time scoring 5-on-5. But more importantly, their team play away from the puck. You know, a couple games ago against the Florida Panthers, they played a really tight and stingy game. The goaltending was on, and that's what they're going to have to do tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. So the positives I like, but hey, the victories are what counts, and this team knows that. Let's see if they can get one tonight.
You talk about that team play. The defensive structure really is starting to settle in with this group. No surprise it took a little bit of time because so many guys have been in and out of the lineup for the Blue Jackets, but they're really cutting down that goals against total.
You know what? And that's a big one because you're right. So many moving pieces on the back end. And it's hard for defensemen. If you look at Andrew Peeke, he's played with a number of different partners this year. It's really his second full year in the National Hockey League, but he's a great example of a player who's now starting to play a little better. He's simplified his game along with the rest of the D-core that are coming up from Cleveland or getting reinserted in the lineup. So some good things are happening, but I think the roles, players are understanding their roles a little better. And when you have a team and the players understand them, it all fits in naturally. So for this Blue Jackets team, defend first, wait for your opportunities, and tonight they got to take advantage of those opportunities early.
It feels like this team has been at home forever. They've had this very long homestand. They are about to go out on the road. That makes this game important tonight.
Yeah, home has been a pretty good place for the Blue Jackets. This has been a stretch that they've been counting on since Finland to be here for most of the time, ended on the right note. This Blue Jackets team needs to go on a bit of a roll, and it starts at home tonight in a big game.
All right, that's the way we see it. Dylan, back to you.
Now, you just heard Bob and Jody talk about it. The Blue Jackets' power play has been terrific ever since going over to Finland, and a big part of that has been second-year forward Igor Chinakhov. And Blue Jackets head coach Brad Larson loves the way he's playing right now.
He's on the upswing, you know, and playing through some things. He's not 100% healthy. That's the other thing. That's what you love to see out of a young man that's pushing through some stuff, and his game is building. I think with that, we know he has legs. We know he's got the shot, but now the confidence with it, holding on to the puck a little bit more, driving deep, turning up rather than just unloading it. His timing of his stuff, instead of he's recognizing it's a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 1. Does he have gap? Does he not have gap? Those are the things that I think once you get the confidence, it just comes almost by instinct rather than second guessing your decisions. And that's what it looks like. He's just playing right now. He's not having to think, and he's playing a much faster game.
Now, on the other side of things, Vegas comes into this game the top team in the Western Conference. They've got a new head coach this season, Bruce Cassidy, coming over after spending a lot of years with the Boston Bruins, and he has this team moving in the right direction now. They are coming off of back-to-back losses like the Blue Jackets, but they have been terrific on the road this season at 9-1-1 overall, and that's really because Vegas is healthy this year. Last year, they dealt with a lot of different injury problems, and the first guy that comes to mind when you talk about injuries in the Vegas Golden Knights, Jack Eichel. He's back to his excellent form. Eichel leads the club with 26 points and 11 goals this season. Behind him, Riley Smith, second on the club with 10 goals. And after that, Alex Pietrangelo, he's their blue line leader with 18 assists on the season. Another guy back from injury this year, Mark Stone. He's off to a great start himself, 9 goals and 9 assists to begin the season. So another really, really good test for the Blue Jackets here tonight at Nationwide Arena. A top team in the West, and the Blue Jackets are looking to pick up 2 points. That'll do it for the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyre saying enjoy the game.